As an introduction to today's convocation, it is my pleasure to introduce a special and important addition to our ceremonies that reminds us of all of the ancestral lands of the First Peoples of Canada. This song is called a victory song that will start us off in a good way and at all of our convocation ceremonies. And over the past hundreds of years, there have been many victory songs that have been passed down through the generations. These songs have a special power to them and therefore carry great meaning as this song correlates with the treaties signed between the Crown and the First Peoples of Canada. The treaties were agreements signed as a foundation for ongoing relations and understanding one another so that we live together in respectful relationship as we move forward together to advance reconciliation. We present this song to uplift the spirit and to encourage all of us to come together, sing and dance in victory for the graduates' accomplishments. And it is my pleasure today to introduce the victory song, and I extend gratitude to our traditional singers and cultural ambassadors, Lyle Tezousis, Monty Sunchild, Al Crawford, Adrian Lachance, Colin Rain, and Jade Tutusis, who have pre-recorded this victory song for our U of A convocation ceremonies. And if you're able, please remain standing.
Yep. And action.
Please be seated. Well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bill Flanagan, and I'm the President and Vice Chancellor of the University of Alberta, and I'm absolutely thrilled to welcome you to an in-person convocation ceremony, the way ceremonies are meant to be held. And before we begin, I want to acknowledge that the University of Alberta, its buildings, labs, and research stations are primarily located on the territory of the Cree, Blackfoot, Métis, Nakota, Dene, Iroquois, and Ojibwe Saulteaux, lands that are now known as part of Treaties 6, 7, and 8, and homeland of the Métis. And in stating this, we recognize our responsibility in working in relationship alongside First Nations and Métis peoples and their communities on our way forward, and in good relations, uplifting the whole people for the next generations to come. Today is a historic occasion for the university. In 2020 and 2021, over 18,000 students earned their degrees at the University of Alberta amid unprecedented global conditions. And 4,000 of these students are returning over these 3 days to take part in an important moment in every student's academic career. And that is the ritual of walking across the stage and hearing your name called out. Well, each of you is already part of our alumni family. We celebrate along with you as we officially mark this important milestone. We knew that a virtual convocation could not possibly do justice to the remarkable achievement you've made in graduating from the University of Alberta. There is truly something uniquely memorable about being able to walk physically across the stage, and you will soon have this experience, and look out to a crowd of people full of friends, family, and supporters with their very big smiles, and who are all here to cheer you on and share in this celebration. So it is wonderful that you could all join us today for this special ceremony with your family, friends, and supporters, and have that chance to have your moment to walk across the stage. Because it is a moment that you have, each and every one of you have earned. And the journey that you had at the University of Alberta, I have no doubt, was one filled with excitement and exploration. But as we all know, it's also one that can be arduous. And what you accomplished took fortitude and commitment. Many late nights and early mornings, and what I'm sure were impressive amounts of caffeinated beverages along the way, and the determination to persevere, even in the face of occasionally formidable odds and often overwhelming workloads. And that's the journey experienced by a typical university student. But your journeys, as we know, were anything but typical. You had to earn your degrees amid unprecedented global conditions, and this did not go unnoticed. Through it all, you were quick to adapt, you were resilient, and you demonstrated your commitment not only to your studies, but also to doing all you could to keep one another safe. So on behalf of the University of Alberta, I want to offer our profound appreciation to each and every one of you. I want to acknowledge the impact that you've already been making in the world since you've completed your degrees, whether that's through your first career opportunities, volunteer endeavors, or your advancement to further academic or research pursuits. Because really, that's what sets the University of Alberta apart, the impact that we have on the world. And much of that impact comes from the remarkable accomplishments of our alumni, that is to say, all of you here today. There are many universities in the world that produce grads who go on to do meaningful work. But there are not many universities in the world whose graduates tackle such a comprehensive array of some of the most challenging issues facing the globe. Challenges like climate change, developing sustainable energy systems of the future, global food security, advancing and defending free and democratic societies committed to justice, equity, and opportunity for all, harnessing the potential of an artificial intelligence to better society, and advancing human health and wellness in our local communities and around the globe. I'm proud to say that the University of Alberta and our larger alumni community are among a small handful of global universities with the research and teaching strength to make world-changing contributions to each and every one of these global challenges. Yet our most significant impact is represented by all of you here today. That is, our extraordinary graduates. So today we celebrate your achievements, the bright futures you all have, and the impact that you undoubtedly will continue to make as part of a growing and global University of Alberta family. Now, our Chancellor, Peggy Garrity, was unfortunately unable to be with us here today, but she did want to send her greetings, and so we're going to share a little video greeting from our Chancellor.
Hello to all our wonderful graduates and our distinguished guests. Unfortunately, I can't be with you there in person today, but I'm overjoyed that we could welcome all of you back to campus, not only to celebrate your degrees, but also to fill in that missing piece at the end, the opportunity to walk across the stage in your cap and gown, to share that moment with friends and family, and to celebrate everything you accomplished during your time at the University of Alberta. As Chancellor of the University, I'm always mindful about the importance of community and the strong role it plays in university life. As graduates, you are now part of the 300,000-strong U of A alumni community spreading around the world to over 140 countries. These past 2 years have been a stark reminder of how our connections in community and our connections with each other are vital for our growth and fulfillment, both professional and personal. They're central to why we get up each morning and follow our dreams and our passions. They're the reason we support one another in times of trouble and celebrate with each other in times of triumph. And they're a huge part of why the University of Alberta exists. Our university isn't just about generating workers with the right skill sets. That's important, for sure. But more than that, our university serves as a crucial pillar, helping propel our city, our province, and our country forward with limitless ambition. It's about empowering each new generation with knowledge, passion, creativity, and compassion so they can go out and help make the world a better place, to tackle the tough problems of our world, strengthen our society, and enrich our communities. We hope the journey you've made with the University of Alberta has inspired you to lead with purpose, just as our institution promises to do. As you celebrate today with friends, loved ones, and colleagues, I encourage you to reflect on how they and others have helped you reach this milestone, and how you will take your energy and enthusiasm into the broader world to lead with purpose, to make a positive difference, and to continue to pursue whatsoever things are true. Thank you for coming back to campus and joining your fellow U of A graduates, because it's never too late to celebrate. This is a wonderful opportunity to celebrate a timeless convocation ritual, walking across the stage in your cap and gown as it was meant to be. Better late than never, as they say. Congratulations on your degree, and relish every moment of this special day.
Chancellor Garrity mentioned the importance of community in the university life, and it's not hyperbole when she says that. And as I noted earlier, the University of Alberta's most powerful impact is reflected in the many contributions made by our graduates. And we're honored to have one of those graduates with us today. It is my pleasure to introduce Ms. Sheethal Mehta-Walsh, a current member of our Alumni Council, and she will be bringing greetings to you from our Alumni Association.
Thank you, President Flanagan. To the graduating classes of 2020 and 2021, you have shown incredible resiliency, drive, and determination to be here today. Congratulations and welcome. My name is Sheethal Mehta-Walsh, and I graduated from the University of Alberta in 1994 from the Faculty of Arts. I thought I had a path figured out for myself, but the journey took me in various directions and countries which left me excited and confused all at once about my destination. Upon graduation, I immediately attended the London School of Economics to complete my master's. Since then, I have spent nearly 28 years abroad working in venture capital, technology, and innovation. I was so honored to work directly for Bill Gates, meet the Queen at Buckingham Palace for tea, advise the UK government on entrepreneurship, and build the world's first recycling microfinance platform to directly support vulnerable women in India. Having returned to our beautiful city, I am now most honored to serve as senior advisor to the president of our incredible university. So the long story short is my destination was right here at the university. I share my story with you to demonstrate that your journey ahead is an opportunity unlike ever before. Cell phones and email were rare when I graduated. We now have ways to interact differently across the globe, working remotely, interacting in the metaverse through virtual and augmented reality, and building networks and solutions in ways we have never contemplated. Most importantly, the resilience you have built during the pandemic positions you more than anyone to forge ahead on your journey. You can do anything you set your mind to with the confidence that you belong to the University of Alberta community. It is my honor to congratulate you on becoming a U of A alumnus and to officially welcome you to our family. We are more than 300,000 strong, living in some 140 countries around the world. We are a supportive, proud, diverse global network, collectively making extraordinary contributions to the alumni community, the university, and for the public good. Together, we are change makers, community builders, and world shapers. Throughout the history of the university, our world has faced many challenges, but when we stand together, we generate the solutions that make us healthier, safer, stronger, and more just. We will always be seeking, always be challenging, and most of all, always be leading. Like our university, our alumni lead with purpose. My final words to you are, always have fun in what you're doing. It's your journey. Whatever you decide to do, it's going to be right for you. Lead with passion and lead with purpose. Congratulations and best wishes to all of you in your future. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheetal. And now, that moment that you've all been waiting for, the iconic walk across the stage. And joining me here on stage are representatives from your faculty to share in congratulating each of you as you earn your degree. And as you come across, I will be presenting you with a small memento to signify your time today in this special ceremony. So let's begin. Okay.
Eminent President and Vice Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Robert Wood and Professor Francis Plain, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Arts and Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Philip Jacko Akude. Nicole Danielle Brandsma. Jennifer Ann Joan Hinnell, who was awarded the Governor General's Gold Medal. Isabel Hubert Lyle.
Just
Shayna Humble. Marcel Starr Cosman. Himani Pandi Krishnan. Eminent President and Vice Chancellor, for the degree of Master of Arts, Ali Azarpana. Ya Amoako Baim. Lorraine Elizabeth Byerly. Elliot Akwanfo Damasa. Caroline Elizabeth Ferris. Jill Megan Flamen. Ella Mithra Edith Forgy. Terry Lynn Gibb Rolfson. Cecilia Chun-Ling Ho. Matthew Brent Ingalls. Shubreet Jessel. Amy Amelia Kurtai. Kevin Chavez Laksamana. Karen Patricia McFadden. Manal Nauman. Deanna Joyce Caruz Neri. Eric Robert Silver. Stephen Josiah Tiro. Susanna Charlotte Wagner.
That's Danica and Wolitz.
Danica Rose Anna Wolitsky. Jing-Yi Yang. Blair Palmer Yoxel. Eminent President and Vice Chancellor, for the degree of Master of Design, Alaha Alizadeh Rabi. Eminent President and Vice Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Robert Wood, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Arts. Eminent President and Vice Chancellor, for the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honors, Nathan Drew Becker.
Dulce Aline Carbonet Palafox.
Dulce Aline Carbonet Palafox with first-class honors.
Yes. That's Chatterborough and that's Atamaneko.
Cassidy Maud Catherine Chetelborough Atamanenko. Stephanie Jacqueline Hammond Thrasher with first-class honors. Thomas Dawe Lai with first-class honors. Peter Oluwafemi Ogudumondede with first-class honors.
Look at looks.
Lyric Teal Penny with first-class honors, having also received a certificate in international learning. Bryce Jacob Whitrock with first-class honors and having also received a certificate in international learning.
Just Venus Atef.
Eminent President and Vice Chancellor, for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Venus Atef. Chun Him Nathaniel O. Young.
Just Lily Bavsar.
Nidhi Bavsar, who also received a certificate in finance.
Masyat Mehnur Buyen.
Masiat Minur Buyen.
Getting a lot of stuff.
Brittany Monica Boyko, having also received a certificate in community engagement and service learning, certificate in international learning, and a certificate in interdisciplinary leadership studies.
That's broad.
Addison George David Bra. Tara Lynn Brown.
And then middle.
Samantha Birch Sorto.
Thank you, Victor.
Caitlin Danielle Rose Cannon. Victor Chin Wick Chan.
Yehui.
Yue Hui Chin.
The last name.
Sean Stephen Patrick Daly, who also received a certificate in sustainability.
This is Delgado and this is Hinojosa.
Gabriela Alessandra Delgado Hinojosa.
Last name Jewel.
Abigail Joy Dewar, with distinction, and also received a certificate in translation studies.
Tianxin.
Qianxing Ding. Kirsten Anita Lynn Doherty, with distinction.
El-Masri. Okay. Diana or Diana El-Masri?
Diana Almasri.
Chidima. Eme. This is Chidima and this is Eme.
Sandra Chidinma Eme.
Espiritu.
Rochelle Allison Espiritu. Logan Michael Bordon. Thomas Jack Fenton, who also received a certificate in European Studies.
This is Nika.
Neka Gabrielle Forster.
Fruin.
Aurora Shea Fruin.
Gallipoli.
Anthony Joseph Gallipoli.
Sueva Gangat.
Sueva Gangat, with distinction. Madison Sequoia G, who also received a certificate in community engagement and service learning, certificate in international learning, and a certificate in sustainability. Andrea Nicole George. Courtney Ray Graham, who also received a certificate in international learning and a certificate in sustainability. Alicia Ann Hackman.
Last name Hiber.
Jillian Page Hebert, with distinction.
Home like Ian Home. Thank you.
Carly Holm.
Kiska.
Kiska Kurt Honda McNeil. Kelsey Marie Howlett. Yushan Huang. Nicole Elizabeth Ings.
Oshbin. Jafarian Oshbin.
Aliyah Corin Jafarian Oshtbin, with distinction. Ashley Elizabeth Johns, with distinction. Parul Singh Kanwar, with distinction, and also received a certificate in international learning.
This is Rena and Kerr.
Raina Marlene Kerr with distinction. Ryan? Paige Ryan Klassen. Oh, I know that one. Kaylin Tomissa Kufajanakis with distinction. The recipient of the Governor General's Silver Medal and a certificate in sustainability.
This is Lahatch.
Adam Thomas Lahatch with distinction, and having also received a certificate in globalization and governance, a certificate in peace and post-conflict studies, and a certificate in global citizenship.
Jihao.
Zhihao Lai. Nathan Jacob Lamarche.
Lalonde. Laurent.
Chelsea Lynn Laurent with distinction.
Lukin.
Yukin Law.
Leroux.
Cody Karim Leroux. In Ying Liang. Yixing Liang. Bohui Liu. Chengbin Liu. Mabel Luong. Rachel Kawai Ma.
It's Malin.
Amy Elizabeth Mallon, having also received a certificate in computer game development. Heather Eileen Mark, who also received a certificate in translation studies and a certificate in international learning. Stuart Anthony May. Jennifer Marie McDougall with distinction.
Last name Meyer.
Preston Jacob James Meyer.
Hibo.
Hibo Mohammed.
Manda.
Kyle Monda, who also received a certificate in international learning and a certificate in sustainability.
Makta Mulatu.
Makta Mulatu, with distinction, who also received a certificate in international learning.
Lian Feng Kaino.
Lian Feng Tui Nguyen. Andrew Taylor Harold Olson.
People you like.
Sasha
The last name is
Omelchenko.
Sasha Omelchenko, with distinction, and also received a certificate in international learning.
Host. Annalise Host.
Caitlin Annalise Ost, with distinction, and also received a certificate in European Studies and a certificate in international learning.
This is Daleen and Ouderkirk.
Sydney Daleen Ouderkirk, who also received a certificate in international learning.
Pet Campanella.
Catherine Pet Pondanera.
That was a very good hello. Hushin.
Huixing Pan.
Pazder.
Alan Joshua Pasder, with distinction.
Last name Potvin.
Gabrielle Elaine Suzanne Potvin, with distinction, and also received a certificate in translation studies. Zoe Louisa Sutherland Quinn, with distinction. Kimberly Ann Richardson, with distinction.
Rio.
Holly Christina Reel with distinction and also received a certificate in international learning.
Cesar Miguel Rojas. Jaden.
Cesar Miguel Rojas.
Jaden.
Miranda Jaylene Rubin with distinction.
Shobokala.
Yetunde Adeyemi Shobukoro.
Yetunde Adeyemi Shobukoro.
Yetunde Aderemi Sobukunola. Jacob John Joseph Sperling with distinction.
Suarez.
Angela Valeria Suarez.
Last name Svelaba.
Ivana Svelaba. Gregory Mark Taylor.
Sichun.
Sichun Ten. Yongwei Tu.
Daniela Valadez.
Daniela Valadez with distinction. Nicholas Peter Villeneuve, who also received a certificate in computer game development.
Fang Hao.
Fang Hao Wang.
Chi Wang.
Chi Wang.
Zulai.
Zilai Wang with distinction.
Leocadia.
Leocadia.
And then
Leocadia Wilderman.
Wilder.
Annie Leocadia Wildeman with distinction.
Xuan Xu.
Xuan Shu with distinction.
Xin Lei.
Xinlei Yan.
Yining.
Yining Yang.
Zakara. This is
Amy Jane Zacharuk.
Jiaqing Jiang.
Jiaqing Zhang.
Yiqing Zhou. The last name is
Yiqing Zhou.
Swaraj.
Mickey Catherine Zwarich with distinction.
Cassina.
Eminent President and Vice Chancellor, for the degree of Bachelor of Design,
Is Tashina.
Tashina Ahmed, who also received a certificate in international learning.
Mache Bik.
Mache Beek. Nelson Chen.
Jillian.
Jillian Angela Connolly.
That's Delia Conway.
Delia Amanda Cormier with distinction.
Elima, I guess.
Peter James Aranas Alima with distinction. Travis Adam Erickson, who also received a certificate in sustainability.
Rohan is the second one.
Chris Rohan Fung.
Naomi Elin.
Naomi Elim Hui with distinction.
Kunik. Kunik is the first one.
Kunik Lee.
Malo is that.
Erin Elizabeth Mallow with distinction.
Marquez.
Yuri Marquez.
Ing is the first one. How could you pronounce this one?
Stephanie Yi Meng Ing.
Onyokuzi.
Adana Chinonye Onuekusi.
Miss Peters?
Nicole Anna Pernal with distinction.
Thank you, Osvaldo.
Cassidy Renee Peters with distinction.
Guillermo.
Oswaldo Guillermo Ponce with distinction.
Camille Joseph Salomon.
Camille Yosef Salamon.
Schober is the last one.
Ian John Schober with distinction.
Manik.
Manik Sharma.
Ewan. SM Ewan.
Curtis John Ewan.
Effie.
Danielle Margaret Wong with distinction.
Third name is Effie.
Madison Erin Effie Young, who also received a certificate in international learning.
Shall I read some? Okay. Eminent President and Vice Chancellor, for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts in Art and Design, Ranis Aurel Bouden with distinction.
This one's Helena.
Shawnee Danielle Helena Buffalo. Jada Elizabeth Kalin with distinction. Eminent Chancellor and Vice Chancellor, President and Vice Chancellor, for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts in Drama, Elizabeth Chamberlain. Eminent President and Vice Chancellor, for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Environmental Studies, Ife Ma. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Eminent President and Vice Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Nick Holt and Professor Francis Plain, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Kinesiology, Sport and Recreation, and Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research. Aisulu Abdikavarova.
Middle name Inez.
Kimberly Inez McFadden.
Last name Ori.
Elaine Margaret Ori. Eminent President and Vice Chancellor, for the degree of Master of Arts, Yumi Kwan.
Last name Nathaniel.
Stephanie Kristen Nathaniel. Hue An Nguyen.
Shank, last name.
Abby Schenk. Yuran Su. Elaine Yip. Eminent President and Vice Chancellor, for the degree of Master of Coaching,
Last name Fittis.
Alana Fittis. Eminent President and Vice Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Nick Holt, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Kinesiology, Sport and Recreation, for the degree of Bachelor of Kinesiology, Alicia Charlotte Anderson. Shyla Linnell Anderton.
Last name Boizar.
Haley Amanda Boizar. Raylyn Grace Barber. Michaela Lynn Barkwell.
Last name Bibby.
Braden Reginald Bibby.
Roy Chacafoni is last name.
Benton Paul Boychuk-Chorney.
So that's Dubitsky.
Also receiving a research certificate in kinesiology and a certificate in Aboriginal sport and recreation, Ambrose John Daniel Cardinal Dubitsky. Pearl Sue Chem Chua with distinction.
First name Geneva.
Geneva Marie Coulter. Nick J. Del Carmen Evangelista.
Last name Holoboff.
Cameron Evan Holoboff.
This is Juin Chi.
Say again?
Juin Chi.
Derek Adam Juin Chi Ip.
Just.
Charlotte Laura Just.
First name Tiana.
Tiana Rose Kinnard.
Last name Klotz.
Hannah Jane Klotz with distinction.
Min Cook.
Min Cook.
Glenika Isabel Kubaron.
Glenika Isabel Kubaron.
Last name Lytle.
Erin Marie Lytle with distinction. Matthew Lee.
Last name's Lines.
Emily Tammy Lines.
Lines Lyon.
Carmen James Lyon. Fernando Daniel Martinez.
Monahan.
Cassidy Carmen Monahan.
Ikra Nanji.
Ikra Nanji.
It's Pongan. Pongan.
Kyle Pongan.
Kathleen Ann Peralta.
Kathleen Ann Peralta.
Last name's Rachel.
Jamie Lynn Rachel with distinction.
Like it looks.
Josie Page Salmon. Nathan Alexander Schmidt with distinction.
Schrouth.
Jane Catherine Schrouth.
Scoville.
Ashley Marilyn Scoville.
This is Tabuena and Sevilla.
Brandon Tabuena Savilla. Rachel Pauline Sherrington with distinction.
Skeen.
Tara Nicole Skeen.
Kelsey Y. Lumso.
Kelsey Y. Lum So with distinction.
First name Brienne.
Brianne Elizabeth Starner. Wyatt Arnie Stewart. Taylor Marie Stringer.
Hannah Maylin Tan.
Hannah May Lynn Tan. Miranda Beth Vanderzee.
That's Madonna.
Camille Madonna Warner with distinction.
So that's Rue Bo Jiao.
Ruebo Zhao. Eminent President and Vice Chancellor for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology,
Who just wants Thomas Bowie.
Thomas Bowie.
So he wants the full one. Joseph Goodwin.
Joseph Goodwin Chow with distinction.
Collison, last name.
Also the recipient of a research certificate in kinesiology, Brianne Sarah Collison with distinction.
Mina Daliwal.
Meena Dhaliwal.
So this is like a Y. Huang Min Yong.
Huang Mingyong. Heidi Emily Farley with distinction.
Last name Jantz.
Bethany Bernice Joy Yance with distinction.
Rija Khan.
Rija Khan.
Middle name Jolie.
Denise Jolie Ma with distinction.
Bhupesh Nagarwithanam.
Bhupesh Nagarithanam. Victoria Ann Marshall with distinction.
Razeen is the last name.
Rachel Lavon Abigail Rizin.
Katya Susanna Schreiner.
Receiving also a research certificate in kinesiology and a certificate in Aboriginal sport and recreation, Katya Susanna Schreiner with distinction. Matthew Shaker. With an enthusiastic supporter. Eminent President and Vice Chancellor for the degree of Bachelor of Art in Recreation, Sport and Tourism. Alexa Kiel Vire Crelensia.
Last name is Dyke.
Ashton Faye Dyke.
Last name Hennessy.
Kelly Gail Hanesick.
First name Shay.
Also the recipient of a certificate in Aboriginal Sport and Recreation, Shay Thomas Kidd.
Slegowitz.
Another recipient in Aboriginal Sport, a certificate in Aboriginal Sport and Recreation, Chloe Lauren Patricia LaRocque. Brenna Barbara Lewis with distinction.
Brianna Ray Morin.
Brianna Ray Morin.
This is Andries.
Kiana Lee Andries Peterson, also receiving a certificate in Aboriginal Sport and Recreation. Alyssa Nicole Marie Spencer.
Middle name's Esther.
Amelia Esther Stevenson.
Callie Rayanne Woodley.
And Callie Rayanne Woodley with distinction.
Well, congratulations to all of our graduates, and to family and friends. I think this moment merits a standing ovation, if I could suggest. And to our graduates, I think there is another group in the auditorium that also merits a standing ovation. And I'd invite you to stand and turn and thank your families and friends who saw you through this journey. So today is truly a proud moment for all of you and for the University of Alberta. And it's now time to turn our attention to the final part of today's ceremony and the presentation of a special video montage. And the song that accompanies the video, Je te retrouve, or I Remember You, was commissioned by Campus Saint-Jean in 2008 in honor of the U of A centenary. And it captures, I think, the hopefulness and potential of days spent at the university, and hopefully will spark some of your own memories of your years here. The recording is performed by Chorale Saint-Jean under the direction of Laurier Fagnon. And I have to tell you, I've seen this video many, many times, and every time I see it, it brings a tear to my eyes. I think you're gonna love it. So over to the video. Now, didn't you love that? Every time they sing "You Are My Youth," I get all choked up. It's a beautiful song. So one of the most meaningful things about convocation is the coming together of family, friends, and faculty, all of us with a shared sense of pride. Pride in all of you, our graduates. Pride in how a lot of people's hard work has paid off. Pride as a community that we get to be enriched and benefit from the skills and talents of these eager young minds here today. It powerfully reflects our core mission as a university, to build one of the world's great universities for the public good. That's a key touchstone for us as we continue stewarding this remarkable institution, which has grown and endured and cultivated knowledge and ideas for 114 years. And our graduates whom we celebrate today, you are the problem solvers and the change makers. You are the builders and thinkers and leaders who will help our way through some of the world's thorniest issues. You are the ones who will bring new energy and fresh thinking to the great debates and challenges of our times. We can't wait to learn about all of the amazing ways you will use your skills and knowledge and curiosity to help shape our evolving economy, nurture our fragile planet, and build a stronger and more just society. And as you walk out those doors today, we know that you will continue to embody our university's commitment to lead with purpose. And we could not be more proud of you. So thank you for joining us today, and congratulations on behalf of the entire University of Alberta. Later, I admit, than we would have preferred, but nonetheless heartfelt. And I'd also like to thank the sponsors for this event, TD Insurance and Manulife. Their contributions to this event are very much appreciated. And thanks as well to all the people behind the scenes who helped to organize today's celebration, from the Office of the Registrar and External Relations, including the wonderful staff here at the Universidad Pavilion. And on that note, I'm sure you have many stories and experiences to share with your former classmates and colleagues that you're meeting today. I encourage you to make the most of these opportunities. Take some time to explore campus. It's a beautiful day, and campus is never more beautiful than it is right now in the summer. Get back in touch with those places and spaces and faces that enriched your experience at U of A. You can find in your program a map to several locations for that perfect photo, or you can visit the food trucks or the flower tent in the Celebration Plaza by the administrative building. So please, everyone, join me in congratulating the graduating classes of 2020 and 2021. Thank you.